Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading. I'm so happy to be back. Thank you first of all for your patience with me. I just went away for a little bit to reconnect so I can come back stronger. So I hope you guys have been well. I guess I will find out. So let's see what's going on for you guys. This is going to be for the week of the 3rd going to the 9th of April. So let's have a little look together and see what's going on for you guys, okay? Immediately. Did anything else come out there or not? No. Aquarius. For Aquarius. I also wanted to do you guys kind of fast because I know you guys have been getting at me for always putting you guys last, and I'm sorry. I need to change everything up, and I also need to be consistent. There's a lot I need to do in my work. But anyway, let's talk about it. So alright, big changes coming up for you guys. It's very clear to say straight away. I'm going to carry on pulling the cards out for you in the tarot deck. But let me just stare at these in the meantime. This is very strong significance about something that you have either a plan, or whether it is something that you've already kind of brought to life and you're cultivating. Like there's some significant around an egg here. But an egg has symbolism here for, again, bringing something to life, but needing to nurture it in the meantime. So I'm seeing that something... Let me just carry on. All right, for Aquarius. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, really nice. Some of you are definitely going to get the spotlight, especially if you are an artist of any shape or form, whether that's from music to creative. Everything's creative. So whether, yeah, you guys are a creative. That's what it is. You use a lot of your imagination to be able to bring some things to life. And I really do get the sense that something is growing. Something is definitely cultivating. You are growing. You are nurturing yourself more. Or at least within this week, this is definitely the advice is to step into this reality that you are wanting to step into. It does kind of bring in a little bit of... Whenever this card comes through, it's about visualizing something, making sure you sit down with yourself and really see everything to detail about how you want to live your life, whether it's career that you're focusing on at this time, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your home life, whatever it may be. It's really about visualizing where you see yourself to the detail. How do you feel in those situations? How do you handle situations? Who is around you? What are these people like? How do you feel towards them? You know, when you attach those emotions and that emotional feeling to it, is less of a dream, more of just something that's about to happen, because our brains don't know the difference between a thought and reality. So when we attach such strong feelings to something, that's why our brain can feel like we're reliving something from the past, and it can react accordingly. I don't know if any of you suffer with, like, an example would be panic attacks. Like some people, just by thinking about the past situation, the body is reacting as if it is happening, you know. So it's similar in a case of thinking about the future. Your body is feeling like it's happening already, so you start to get that kind of chemical what do you call it, reactions inside of you as if it is happening. And this helps your alignment, helps you to align to these things, and things just start flying your way when you're in alignment to it. So I kind of feel like you guys are really planning, unless you've already planned already, really be detailed about it, because it is growing and it is evolving. Now, for some of you, this could be pertaining to somebody in particular, because one of the first cards out that you had in the Oracle deck is Loyal Heart. But if you are already in a relationship, then this definitely feels like somebody who could be around you currently. Okay, this is a loyal connection, someone who shares a lot of similarities with you, but maybe has their own thing going on. These owls always give me like Emperor, Empress vibes, just because they may have their differences, they may be working on different things, but they ultimately share the same love for each other, you know. And it's a very strong divine connection. So as you can see, they're sitting on an egg, which feels like you could be growing something in your relationship, or that could be its own egg. I kind of feel like there's a very key theme of growth for you, Aquarius, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I'm just also trying to figure out what they're saying. You then have the here and now card coming through for you, Aquarius, which is really sitting with yourself and really understanding what it is that you have around you and maybe how you can use this to your advantage. Of course, we have the past here, the future here, and they're kind of asking you to not think so much about this and maybe not to think about the past. Definitely learn from it, which you have, I'm sure. But when it comes down to the future, and this is interesting with the message we just had, you'll be visualizing it, but your challenge within this week is to sit in it, which is what the here and now is about, is to kind of have this dream instead of it being like, oh, in the future I'm going to do this, is to start to become it. And this is how you step into it, is by becoming the thing that you want to be, becoming the person you want to be, becoming having the same mindset that you wish you had, like whether it's a routine. I always go to fitness for some reason. I think my brain is trying to tell me something, but it's like in a sense of if you wish you had a specific routine, because workouts are really good not just for physical looks but mostly for your discipline, determination, how you feel about yourself because of that consistency, etc., etc. It's kind of like, instead of going, oh, one day like I'm gonna do this in the gym, or this is how I'm gonna look, it's acting as if it's already happening, is actually doing it today, not tomorrow, not next week, not on a Monday, not on a New Year's, not the beginning of the next month. It's about just doing it. Because the more, I think you guys might struggle with procrastination, and this is just kind of coming up here. So in order to remove that procrastination and from wandering in thought, definitely meditate. It's one thing that can help you be more present, but it's by actually focusing on the things that you have today and taking each day as it comes, okay? And that's your mission for this week. We then have flexible. As you can see, another egg. So maybe these are 3 different things that they want to speak about and not just one. So flexible is about saying not everything is going to go as planned, and maybe and actually when you are more present, you are having to be more flexible. It kind of feels like as much as you are working towards a goal, there is a lot of, I don't want to say uncertainty. It kind of feels like you're having to kind of go with the flow. Things might not work out and you might have to readjust and you might have to adapt. And this is all what that's about. It's about understanding that maybe you don't work very well with structure and routine, and maybe you do need more flexibility to go, actually, this is what I'm going to do with this. I don't know. I'm giving examples when I don't even need to. I hope you understand if it resonates with you. It's just about, instead of being too super solid and this is how it's supposed to be, because in that case, when the wind blows, we can kind of collapse with it. It's about bending with the wind. It's about bending with the changes. And I do see a lot of changes coming up for you. These are really to do with transformations though. One, because we had the regeneration card on the bottom of the deck. So there is an influence that you've been taken away or might be taking, whether it's past or present, or taken away from situations that were no longer serving you. This tree here wrapped with blue ribbon is speaking of protection. You are protected. You are a divine being. You're an old soul. So what happens is when this little lava energy or whatever this may be comes in to affect your roots, your environment, Spirit has to take you away from it, because you guys may be very sensitive, or I say that, sensitive. You could be an empath, which means that you feel things very strongly and you may be very well affected by the environment around you. So when things start to get a little bit sour, it affects you. And as this tree is, it sucks everything up in its environment. If that's becoming toxic, or if that is being, you know, surrounded by bad, like people who don't have your best interest in mind or are not aligned to you, then you can also be sucked into that energy. So I think for a lot of you, you'll be taken away, Aquarius, from gossipy people. You'll start to realize that you just don't align with certain people anymore in the way of being. Like, I see that you're leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. And I'm saying it 3 times, not just for exaggeration and emphasis, but because it feels like you're going to different levels. And I said it 3 times, there's 3 eggs. There's 3 levels. Okay? I feel like you're going to find yourself escalating quite quickly. Okay, so then we have the Artist and we have the Sun, which is all about success, recognition, especially if you are a creative. But in general, when it comes down to something that you're kind of creating for yourself, whatever it is that you're visualizing, the artist is a card saying that you are the artist to your life. You hold the pen and paper. You get to write that story. You get to paint that picture. You can't completely control the wind when it blows, but you can control how you bend with it. And I think this is what's really changing your life. Two of Pentacles, you guys could be juggling multiple things at this time. You could find yourself being very busy, could have multiple projects here. 10 of Wands, be aware that there could be a little bit of baggage or a burnout. Okay, so just pay attention to this. You might find yourself having to release one thing so you can focus on another here. Or this could just be a warning of, don't overburden yourself. Make sure you learn to delegate. All right, maybe some of you might actually need a bit of help from a team here. Yeah, the 10 of Wands is being clarified by the 3 of Wands. So what's interesting is coming through as kind of like, make sure you're being patient. I feel like there is an opportunity, or you definitely could make something work quicker than it needs to, but there is a risk of burnout. There is a risk of like biting off more than you can chew. So this is a message coming through because I wanted to clarify with the 3 of Wands, which feels like a need for patience. Otherwise, you will overwork yourself. It kind of feels like you are going to have... These sticks seem to be things that you are attaining, achieving, things that you're collecting. It's your success, your passions, the things that you're doing. But 3 of Wands is kind of like allow something to come in to help you, or allow something to come in naturally. So go always for organic growth is what I feel like saying, is like make sure that you're not overextending or trying to rush the process of something, okay? Because you could, yeah, we have the Tower underneath that. So things could fall apart if we're not doing something truthfully, we're not doing something authentically. And I'm saying that specifically to do with timing wise. 3 of Cups, that's success and celebration. And also this is my card of kind of gratitude, by the way, because I always see with these cards, like the 3 and the 10 have a lot of similar feelings for me when I read them. But the difference is the 10 is that end goal, whereas the 3 is along the journey. So it's kind of like celebrating the small wins. Like there's no need to rush. There's no need to hold on to everything. And only when I'm at the end can I sit down and relax. No, go out and have some fun now if you need to. Just be smart about it. Don't go spending all of the things you've earned, or don't go using all of your time on these. This kind of feels like just happiness. So don't go like drinking yourself away or spending too much time in this energy. But this is really good to step into, and definitely feel grateful for the things that you're doing already, and make sure you do have that time. Work hard, play hard is what's really coming through here, Aquarius. Okay, make sure you're balancing the both of them. Otherwise, the 10 of Wands is that risk. And the Sun is clarified by the 4 of Wands. So again, some wish fulfillment coming through for you. You have the Star card again. So some of you, that is recognition. This could be completely being in the spotlight for a lot of you, okay? Whatever it is, you're definitely getting it. The 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck too. Another wish fulfillment card. And you have the Page of Pentacles. It feels like an opportunity is going to be presented to you to kind of go down a route, either to gain some attention with it, because you're going from the 2 of Pentacles to a Page. So you're making a name for yourself in whatever industry you're in, or whatever financially you're doing. But it also feels like you could be learning new things. You could be going on a new route. You could, by the way, some of you could be accepted to a school or to some sort of education or to a work situation, by the way. Because Page of Pentacles is like apprenticeship or internship, but it's also like learning and growing and earning as you're learning, kind of as you're doing it. You're taking those steps. You're really looking at it. It's a slow journey, or at least it feels like it in the beginning. But it definitely is worth taking your time, because you don't want to rush this and burn out and lose, that passion that you have for whatever this is that you are deciding to do. Yeah, you're quicker than you think. Whatever they mean by this, like for some reason, in that moment, I just looked at his feet and he's these wings there, and I kind of feel like all of a sudden I see him like. You'll look back and realize how much progress you made in a short time, but when you're in it, of course, we go through those emotions and feeling that we should be doing more, you know. Don't overwork yourself. Don't overstretch yourself. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because you're really getting really good success and a really good, yeah, look, it's a good flow of it. Look, the Chariot card with that 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck here. It's a fear that comes through, and it's a negative outlook if your body right now is telling you that you should be doing more, by the way. I think you're only saying that because you have high standards of yourself and the life you want to be in, which is completely okay. But just give yourself grace. Make sure you're understanding that you're doing it incredibly well. You are learning how to balance everything, which is amazing. This is very similar to that flexible card, actually. It's about balance, understanding the yin and the yang. There will be setbacks. There will be launches forward. You know, that's the beauty of life. It's a mixture of things. And it's a balance, so make sure you keep that balance. So yeah, it's just amazing. This is very career orientated, by the way. One more card, please, for Aquarius. The Star card, just to end it all. That is your card, by the way. So beautiful energy coming through, and you have the 10 of Pentacles there too. That's a legacy. That's financial windfall. That's stability. That's happy home, happy everyone. You'll be able to support people if that's your dream. Like, it just feels like you're able to give back. Like, it's a really, really good reading. All right. You have that owl here. So this could be a love interest, okay? Good advice from a wise person is coming through. This is someone who's loyal to you, has your best interest in mind. There could be some significance here. We have fan, romance, celebration, party. Again, it's like 3 of Cups, so make sure you are going out and having fun when you need to and celebrating your wins. We do again have this little bit of a warning here with that 10 of Wands. It feels like with forces working against you, okay? Don't be too quick to make decisions, especially financially. It says take care or there'll be a loss of material wealth. So don't rush things too quickly, all right? Make sure you pay attention, because this is the only thing that is coming up in the reading that's just saying that this could create that Tower moment, which is a little bit of a harsh lesson to learn. All right, we don't want to lose the progress we've made by rushing things or just doing it because of, you know, because of rushing. It just feels like it's rushing something. You may think you can do it, and you're a very strong person, you know, you can carry it, but it might impact you more than you think. Okay, so just pay attention to that. Let's get you out an animal spirit card here, Aquarius. Beautiful, I love that. Skunk spirit, which is funny actually, but it says know your worth. Know your worth. If you think about it, they repel anyone they don't want to be around. So don't be afraid to just, you know, push that energy out there if you think about it. But it is saying know your worth. So it's really important that you hold yourself up to that high standard and know to reach for the stars here, because you are going to get it. Alrighty, my angels, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I'm sending you my love, and thank you so much for being here with me today and for being patient with me. And for anyone who's new, welcome. I feel like I never say that because I kind of forget when I record that these go up on YouTube and that people actually watch me. I'm still in that beginning stage. I haven't quite adjusted to the growth of my channel even after these years, but I actually really appreciate you for being here. I love you, and I cherish and appreciate your support, and I think I want to do a live soon, maybe at some point whenever I can. I'm moving around as always. Like, my life has been a bit chaotic, but I'm gonna release a video a little bit explaining a little bit about what I went to without going into too much detail, and what I'm going through currently. But for now, I will see you guys next time.